Why, hello everybody, how are we? My name is Unicorn Pandu. Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, Chantal finally goes sees a doctor in the video titled Getting Diagnosed in Kuwait, which I kind of weird thing to name it, but let's see what Chantal has to say today, shall we?
Hello, foodie beauties. Or maybe a special shout.
Okay, just a very interesting video to advertise your cameo on, right? Just talking about this, pretty serious disease and stuff, but like, nope, gotta advertise cameo though. Choices. And here we have the beach. Where's your beach? Where's your man? Where's your doctor? But I will say it is really pretty there. Oh my gosh, guys, wow, it's so different than the waiting rooms over here in the Western world. It's crazy. It looks so different there. Wow. I'm really happy that she's taking this serious and is not mortified for her life or anything. I'm really glad that she's taking this seriously, guys.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So this video is going to be my experience at the doctor's. I said I was going to get checked out. I wanted to have some blood work done to see what my, what's it called? Is it is it A1C? I'm gonna have my blood work results in this video for you coming soon. So I'll tell you my experience.
Hey, we can see your blood results, but we also can't see your marriage certificate. We can see any sort of doctor's thing ever that you've ever had done ever in your life, but we can't see your marriage certificate. I still find that very odd.
In detail, how it went.
And before we even get started with this was a choice to make content out of. So Chantal, if I ever hear you ever say anything about people are talking about my health, people are talking about my blood work results, okay, well, you made it available all to see out of content. That's not our choice that you did that. That was all you.
How much it cost here for healthcare, and then I'll show you my results. So we went pretty early in the day, and now you can choose private healthcare. There's so many private healthcare hospitals, clinics here, and there's also some there's I think like a couple hospitals or clinics that are just for Kuwaiti people, the Kuwaiti population, and then there's public sector. We prefer, nothing against the public sector hospitals, but we prefer to go private and just pay the money. Like when you go private, you pay out of pocket. Like I might look into, because the health insurance here covers the public sector, like the healthcare you get here as an expat, but the level of healthcare.
So she's kind of confirming that she's an expat and like not a citizen or something?
It's just different in a private sector, and being from Canada, private healthcare is not something we really had access to. It was mostly public, so like hospitals and that. So yeah, so
which, by the way, you never really paid for your share in the system. You just expected everyone else to pay, but like you, oh my gosh, no, how dare people expect me to pay for things I use? How dare you?
I went to a private clinic and it ended up costing a total of 44 KD, I think 44, 47, I'll have to check, and I'll put the conversion here somewhere for you guys so you know how much that is roughly. Not too bad, for a blood test, and I'll tell you what else I got. So, okay, so we arrived there maybe around 11:30 a.m. and I had been fasting, and I get to the counter and I tell the lady, what I need to. I'm kind of dizzy because I was, and I've been testing my blood sugars and they've been really high. So she said, okay, well, we have a doctor here who specializes in diabetes and things like that, and it's the internal medicine doctor. So the consultation with the doctor cost $7 KD, and then we went up to the level,
which I think is about like $28. Like 7 times 4 equals 28, so I'm assuming 28. Gay math.
where the doctor was, and we were seen pretty much almost immediately. There was not really any wait at this clinic, which is really awesome, which I find is the case with private clinics. The wait is a lot less. So the doctor was really nice, really, really nice, and he had a nurse there, and they took my blood pressure. Now, this is something I find a little unbelievable, because my blood pressure has never been this low. As like, you know, they used a really big cuff, and the doctor took my blood pressure, and it was like 110/82. I was like, what? Are you sure? So I almost felt like asking if he could take it again, because that's really strange. Now, maybe because I was fasting, I don't know, but he said that's normal, so that's good. I know you're gonna be like, yeah, right, that was my reaction too. But who am I to argue with the doctor, right? So then he wanted, you know, talked a bit about my background, my medical history, told him about my operations, about all this and that, like, you know, just really nice doctor, really not rushing, really seemed interested in talking to, you know, me about my history. Another thing I find that doctors tend to do more in a private clinic, I don't know, but yeah, so talked to him for a bit. Then he ordered some blood tests. So I will insert the blood work here, the results of the test and that was requested and the results. I'm going to blur out private information, obviously, but here you go.
And pause to read if you would like. I know nothing about medical things and stuff. I'm not a doctor or a nurse or anything like that. Neither is she, to be fair. So if there's something wrong with you, please go be seen by a medical professional. But like, if you would like to read this, here you are.
I also had to do a urine sample, like, you know, like pee in the little cup thing. And then we had to wait about an hour, and the results were in just shy of an hour. So we took them back to the doctor after going to the lab. It was all in the same clinic, which is nice. Took them back to the lab, to the doctor, who saw us right away, looked at the results. And actually, I forgot to mention, when I was doing the blood work, they picked my finger to take a blood test. It was 23 point something. It's on the results. It was like 23, okay? So that's really high, 23 mmol. And so I'll try to convert that into mgdl for you. But the test results...
Oh, well, number one, she said that she was fasting. That was her fasting, girl. Holy. It's above 400 for her fasting. What did she do? Like, did that sub and those chips really do all that much? Or did she eat more? Probably more, so I'll be honest. But like, holy scheisse.
Came back, and there was a couple of problems.
Yeah, I was sure. Expect things to happen for someone that has a 400. I'm not laughing because it's funny, but just like, oh yeah, there's some problems. Yeah, I can see why.
He said it was fine. But the A1C was 10, so I think 10.1, so that's pretty high. I have to get that down. So they did diagnose me with diabetes, like, officially, even though I knew because my blood sugar levels were so high. And then there's this thing here, it's like MALB, M-A-L-B, which is something in the urine. Apparently the normal range is like 0 to 20, but mine was like 92. So this, he said, had to do with something being in the urine that has to do with eating way too much salt. So salt and certain foods. So immediately after that, he told me to eliminate certain foods, and you guys are going to be keto people, are going to be keto lovers, are not going to want to believe this, but this doctor told me to not eat any eggs, red meat, cut that out. Eat mostly fish, chicken, and vegetarian, like, you know, mostly vegetables, like this much. Like this much, he showed me with the hands, like this much vegetables on your plate, this much for your palm. So you do this thing with your palm. It shows you how much rice you can eat. So this plus a half of this. So yeah, I can eat that much rice, which I know you guys are gonna be like, what? It raises your glycemic index. I guess mixing it with the vegetables, which have a lot of fiber, kind of slow down the spike of sugar. I don't know, but what can I say? I went to a doctor and this is what he told me. Chicken, fish. He wants me to eat fish.
Chantal, you also have to keep in mind that you're a known liar that's known to lie. So I don't be surprised if people don't believe you right away.
3 times a week. Some chicken and vegetarian meals, like maybe beans, stuff like that. Because he doesn't believe in like something. He likes like lower fat food. So like, basically I have to eat very bland, he said, because like the salt level and things, I have to be very, very careful because this can lead to my kidneys were fine now, but this in your urine can lead to kidney problems down the line from eating way too much sodium. Plus being diabetic can definitely damage your kidneys. So so basically he just yeah, I said, okay, what about like, because I asked him at first, like, how should I be eating, you know, for this, because should I be eating keto, like very low carb? And he said no, like really right away, like, no, don't do keto, it's very unhealthy. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, he's like, you can eat carbs, but limit them and make them like healthy carbs, you know, like whole grain. You can have 1 slice of whole grain toast a day, kind of thing. Like something really good for breakfast would be whole grain toast with some beans or something. But fruit, I can have very like a limited amount, maybe like 1 pear, half of a, you know, whatever, an apple, but like wait a couple of days for my blood sugars to regulate. So because he's put me on medication, I'll get to that in a minute. So that's basically what happened, you know. It was a pretty decent experience. Like, you know, I felt well taken care of. It was affordable, in my opinion. I mean, kinda, you know. And
it says the woman that never even paid like her taxes in Canada. Here, let me just go laugh in America. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, that's about it, I guess. So I really have to really do this. Oh, after my blood test and everything, he ordered a shot of insulin to try to bring the sugar down. And I went down to the nursing station and they picked my arm with an injection of insulin. I don't know how much, but I don't know. I don't think it worked because I took my blood in the evening, and I mean, I was like fasting for a few hours because I had some chicken and a few vegetables for lunch at around 1:30. So that's my lunch with a little bit of hummus, homemade hummus. And I didn't eat again. I didn't eat anything. And because he was like, I want you to be on like a regimen. I'm kind of all over the place. I'm like remembering tidbits of information and I'm really tired because it's late. But he's like, I want you to...
You could have waited to post this. You could have waited tomorrow. I mean, no one would have blamed you, but we're here. Again, choices were made.
Eat between 7 and 9 a.m. for breakfast. Never skip breakfast. Noon to, you know, around 12 to 1 for lunch, and then dinner no later than 8 p.m. Like finish all your eating by 8 p.m. or so, and then don't eat again until the next day. So after my lunch, I just didn't, I slept for a while and didn't feel like, you know, cooking anything, and now it's like kind of too late, so I have to wait till the morning. My blood sugar, when I tested it not long ago, like maybe an hour ago, and it's like maybe 11 at night, it was 239, like the same. Now insulin takes a while to work, right? I mean, it's not just one injection. I don't know. So maybe what I had for dinner, I don't know. For lunch, I'm not sure. But maybe...
Well, you went to the doctor, you got all these answers, and yet you don't know? Come on.
My pancreas is just damaged, and I'm eventually going to need to be on insulin. I don't know. I hope not. But...
well, I mean, if you took insulin and your blood sugar is still the same, I would... come to the safe conclusion that you probably are going to be needing some sort of medication, because obviously your pancreas is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. I mean, that might be blunt, but it's the truth. Everyone tried to warn her, but like, no, she was invincible. She could do anything, and now look where we are.
For a follow-up, and I have to record my blood sugars before I go. You know, he put me on, my medication's in the other room, but he put me on like something that's like sort of like metformin, but it's not. It's
Well, Chantal, what's the point of doing this video if you can't even be bothered to go get the medication that he put you on? Well, it's something like, well, okay, like, go get it. Otherwise, don't mention it.
Mix of diabetic drugs. It's tablets. And he put me on some kind of other pill that's gonna like, it's like a blood pressure pill, but it's like, he said sort of just like a just in case kind of thing for the, it's supposed to like help with the sodium level in my urine. I don't know how, but anyway. So that's that. That's pretty much, I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. I don't think so. Pretty much my visit from start to finish at the private clinic here. Usually when I would go for healthcare, I've been a couple times to the public sector clinic, and then I went to a private clinic, and then we liked that a lot more. You're just in and out, you know, like you're just, I don't know, the level of care is just different. So now we chose to go to another private clinic, and yeah.
To another private clinic? Why not go to the same one? Might just be my brain, but you know, if I like a place and I prefer it, like, wouldn't you want to go back to the same place because they have all of your records and stuff? Okay, weird.
So, I don't know if you have any questions. I can try to answer in the comments. But that's my experience with the healthcare in Kuwait, and this is definitely was not fun. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I got asked if I was pregnant there. And I was just like, I understand that because like women my age and typically with a large belly, they probably are most of the time pregnant here, but whatever, I didn't take offense to that, you know.
But like, you took offense to it to the woman in Thailand though. Why didn't you take offense to it here? That's kind of weird because you harped on about it so much over and over and over. And
they were really nice, and but it's not fun being in another country, and I'm supposed to be like living up my life, you know, because I'm not getting any younger, and when I get too old, you know, won't be able to do any of these things. So I want to do things now. So I have to focus on my health journey. And
yeah, I hate to be morbid, but it's more of the fact that you need to do it before you keel over, not so much while you're young. I hate to even insinuate that, but like, it's the truth. I mean, do you blame me for saying that? I mean, look where we are. She is almost 40 years old, and she has the physical capabilities of like a 85-year-old.
Has to happen. So inshallah, I'll be able to pull through. I think if I ate something really bad for me, I would feel so guilty and scared of what it's doing to my body now that I've seen the doctor, because you know, of the salt and the urine thing and more organ damage and my blood sugar. Like, they were like alarmed at my blood sugar level. He's like, that's your blood sugar with fasting?
Yeah, 400 fasting, that's shocking, Chantal. And you're surprised by that? Even like my genuine reaction to like realizing that it was fasting was shocked, to say the least. I'm not laughing because it's funny, it's just, duh. People are gonna find it shocking, Chantal. Jesus.
And then I think of like the sub I ate with all the salty processed meat on it. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I was doing, but anyway, that's about it. So that's my diagnosis, that's my experience, and I appreciate you guys listening to me in my...
And also, I love the mood change of her being super silly at the beginning, and now the fact that she has this all kind of laid out for her to be like, girlie, what are you doing? This is bad. Now she's just like, oh no, guys. Oh no. Like, pretty big mood difference, wouldn't you say?
On my journey.
I would be so lucky if I never heard the word journey ever again in my life. Which makes me sad because one of my favorite games is called like The Longest Journey, and that even is kind of like, but like, it's such a good game. It's really old. You need like a walkthrough for it because some of those early 2000s, late 90s video games was like shocking, but like amazing, and I absolutely love it. But like the word journey, cannot anymore. I can't.
I don't want to hear people like berating the doctor I saw because he's a doctor. You know, most people online are not. And I know they're going to get...
But yet, the funny thing is, Chantal, the people on the internet were right and you needed to go see a doctor. Remember how you make these super silly faces at the end of this, not taking this super seriously? But whenever an actual medical professional sat you down, was like, girl, what are you doing? Now it's all super serious. I don't want the people to fat. Make it YouTube friendly at least.
He's gonna get a lot of backlash for telling me not to do keto, because people who are like, you know, like, well, I lost this much weight and I've never felt healthier, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna follow what this doctor says, and that's it.
Which is good. I'm not gonna say like that's a bad thing or anything, but.
So, anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Okay, bye. Okay, so yeah, thank God she finally went to go see a doctor. It only took her, like a year after getting there. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.